Hello everyone, today I will be reviewing the Dark Elf trilogy by R.A. Salvatore, and this is going to be a non-spoiler review, so don't worry about getting the story spoiled for you. So for those of you who don't know, the Dark Elf trilogy is a high fantasy series set in the Forgotten Realms universe created by the author R.A. Salvatore. This universe has many other books, close to about 40 as far as I know, and I feel that this trilogy is a good starting point to get a taste of what this world has to offer to us, and it would be a good starting point overall. So let's begin with the review. The first thing, let's come to the story. So in these three books, we follow the story of Drizzt, a dark elf who is born in the city of Menzoberranzan, which is basically a city in the underworld, and I mean underworld literally because it is literally located beneath the surface. So we quickly learn the way of these people, the way of this society in Menzoberranzan, and we learn that it is a female-dominated society, and men are not given much importance, or rather are looked down upon and considered less important in all matters. So we follow Drizzt in this unjust and treacherous world as he tries to grow and understand the ways of his people and just tries to survive in it. The plot of the book 1, which is titled The Homeland, is amazing. It just keeps the reader intrigued and waiting to discover more. However, the plots of the book 2 and the book 3 were a bit downgrade for me. I believe that they could not build upon the impressive foundation which was created by the author in the first book. And with each book 2 and 3, I felt the plot just downgraded and became less interesting. It did take away a bit of my enjoyment, but overall it is good. So for me, the plot of the book 1 is an absolute 5 out of 5, and book 2 and book 3 is 4 and 3.5 out of 5 respectively. So let's talk about the characters, and if you have watched my previous videos, you know that I love characters and it's the most important thing in a book for me. So I would say this series has decent characters, and it has actually a very few prominent characters that we follow throughout the series. Some of the other characters appear in one of the books and we don't see much of them afterwards. However, this is not a criticism. I actually like the characters quite a lot here. We can see the character arcs grow, and as we progress through the book, they get more matured. Drizzt especially has a wonderful arc to his character. Apart from him, every character, big or small, just feels right. Characters don't feel overdone or as if there is anything wrong about them, they just feel right. So the characters are a solid 3.5 out of 5 for me. So coming to the third thing, that is the world building, and I feel that I like this aspect of these books the most. The author here has created an amazing and intriguing world, rich in races and cultures, which has a lot of potential to be explored further, and I'm pretty sure that it has been explored because the massive scale of this series, that is 40 freaking books that have already been published in this series, is just crazy, and I think I am waiting to read more. The representation of the underworld and its species and the races was fascinating. The way the surface world is explored was very good too. No race introduced in this book feels forced or unnecessary or out of the place. They all just fit perfectly into the setting, thus making the reading experience richer. So for the world building, I give it a solid 4 out of 5. It is just amazing and I couldn't expect more. So coming to the last part of this quick review, that is the writing style. So I feel that this was probably one of the easiest, well-written trilogies that I have ever read. You will have no difficulty following what's going on. The language is super easy. So basically, even if you are a new reader, this will be an easy read for you. Overall, I do not have any criticisms about the writing style of this author in this trilogy. And so this too gets a solid 4 out of 5 from me. So coming to the verdict, should you read this trilogy? I would say yes. Apart from the plot decreasing in quality a bit each book, I can't find reasons not to pick this up. So I would say definitely read these. You can even finish these books in a weekend like I did, because the story is interesting and they are not that thick. So I would say you will not lose anything by picking these up, and you'll get a good taste about the traditional fantasy from which many modern fantasies are inspired. and also you'll understand where the game D&D Dungeons and Dragons came from. It's basically situated in this world, it takes place in this world, and it's super popular. I myself have never played the game, but I wish to one day. So that's it, that was my review of the Dark Elf trilogy. Hope it was helpful to you, and if you liked my video, please comment down your thoughts in the comments. Do like and subscribe, and as always, happy reading.